Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know what to do on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, we're going to talk about something that I keep hearing about LeBron James, from these LeBron James fans. Is that LeBron James is the greatest scorer of all time because he has 40,000 points. And LeBron James fans use the same line. Oh, LeBron James is not a great scorer, but he's got 40,000 points. That's all they say is LeBron James not a great scorer, but he got 40,000 points. They're not debating it. They're not making a point, or they're not even showing you how LeBron James is a great player. They're telling you because he has all these points that he scored, that makes him a great scorer or the greatest scorer. When in fact, in reality, we all know LeBron James is probably not even a top 10 scorer in NBA's history, guys. He's just not there. And I've told you guys what, LeBron James has been a consistent scorer, not a great scorer, not a well-rounded scorer, right? He don't have a deep bag or quote-unquote bag like they say these days, right? So we're going to talk about in this video, LeBron James being a consistent scorer, but not a great scorer or a potent scorer like some of the other great scorers in the history of the game, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled by all support, man. It really means a lot, guys. Shout out to everybody in the membership. Like I said, guys, it means a lot. You guys subscribe to my channel. You guys comment, share your stories with me. You share the info. You guys emailing me. You guys hitting me up on Instagram and stuff. Shout out to all you guys, man. Like I said, it's truly humbling, man. Thank you for standing up with me. Thank you for rolling with me. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to do a brief video on this nonsense that I'm constantly hearing in the comment section, or I hear people say about LeBron James, that LeBron James is the greatest scorer of all time because he has 40,000 points. Now, off the jump, Michael Jordan was or has been recognized as the greatest scorer in NBA's history for quite some time now. Even though Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had the scoring, the most points in NBA's history, even though he had that, no one thought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the greatest scorer in NBA's history. Everyone said it was Michael Jordan. So let's just get that straight off the jump, right? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was not recognized as the greatest scorer than Michael Jordan, even though he had more points. But if we think about someone like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and we compare him to a LeBron James, the reason why oftentimes people talked about Kareem's scoring prowess, it wasn't just about the total points. It was how he accumulated that total points. So once again, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar led the league in scoring several times, not just one time like a LeBron James. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar also led the league in scoring while being a stout and great defensive player simultaneously, an all-time great rebounder, a shot blocker. So he was doing more than LeBron James simultaneously. LeBron James never been a great defensive player, never been a great rebounder, none of these things. So what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was doing scoring the basketball was different than LeBron James. But when I talked to you guys about how he accumulated these points, what do people talk about when they mention Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? They always mention the sky hook, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hook, his signature move, which no one has been able to duplicate really since the way that he did it. And we know why. There's not really any more big, legit centers anymore, and the sky hook is not really a flashy move. And like I said, no one wants to be like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? They want to be like Michael Jordan. They want to learn the fadeaways like Kobe Bryant. Right, these are the things, man, right? People want to be high flyers and fly through the air and, like I said, do these turnaround fadeaways. And even the Dirk Nowitzki one-legged fadeaway shot is more popular than a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sky hook. No one does these things. But the fact was that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a go-to move that he developed, that his signature, that he perfected, a go-to move. So when we talk about being a potent offensive scorer, you have a signature go-to move that you can rely on in the clutch time, right? You can rely on this move in the clutch. When it matters most, when the team needs a basket, they could go to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the post, and he can hit the sky hook. He's done it. When you compare to LeBron James, it's not the same thing. What signature move does LeBron James have in the clutch, the go-to? Doesn't have one. So in the clutch, LeBron James takes bad shot selection. That happens because you don't have a go-to spot on the floor, a go-to move. So LeBron James ain't going to go to the post consistently. He don't have a move down there consistently. Does LeBron James have any kind of move to get people up off him? No. So if guys are pressuring him on defense, he needs a screen set to get guys off of him. He don't have a go-to move. No handling ability in the clutch. So when we think about LeBron James' points and the way he's been able to score, it's not by using a legendary move like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a move that you patented and that you developed and you perfected. No, LeBron James has scored most of his points by literally being allowed to offensive foul players over the last 10 seasons use his physicality in an era where you're not allowed to use physicality. So once again, it gives LeBron James a distinct advantage most of the time when he's playing. Excuse me again, guys. Throat's a little dry today. So you guys see the difference in dynamic here between Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and why he was recognized or why his scoring was respected more versus LeBron James. No one respects LeBron James' scoring prowess like that. So when I say LeBron James is a consistent scorer, not a potent scorer or a well-rounded scorer, this is what I mean. LeBron James has consistently had the ball in his hands playing in the system. He's consistently taking 20 shots a game for his entire career, right? So he's been allowed to dominate the basketball, dribble the basketball, do whatever he wants with the basketball, not sacrifice shots, not sacrifice holding on to the ball, none of this stuff to play in the system or any of these things. It's been LeBron James his entire 21 seasons, taking 20 shots a game for his entire career, 21 seasons, and dominate the basketball for 21 seasons. LeBron James has never developed a go-to move. So when we talk about the consistency, LeBron James has been able to consistently take shots, which allows him to score more consistently than a lot of other all-time great scorers, right? So where guys maybe only score 25,000 points, and they'll say, oh, LeBron got 40,000 points, that makes him a greater scorer. It's not true. Because when we talk about scoring, once again, we talk about your overall ability to score. And this is why we highlight LeBron James struggling in the 80s or the 90s. Because LeBron James doesn't have the overall offensive game to score in different areas of the court. So when you look at LeBron James' shot chart, it's literally in the paint under the rim, or it's outside the three-point line when he's standing around and they're basically they're daring him to shoot those threes out there. Because LeBron James cannot shoot the basketball. LeBron James has no mid-range game. Look at his shot charts. It's actually embarrassing for someone who's supposed to be a quote-unquote perimeter player where most of his points are under the rim. His shot chart looks like Shaquille O'Neal. Like I said, if you took away all these 3 points that he chucks up, which no one really respects, once again, you're not being guarded out there because no one respects LeBron James' jump shot. So what am I talking about? You're talking about no one respects his jump shot. At the end of these games, have you guys seen or noticed what LeBron James does at the end of games? If his team is down by a couple of points, right, and there's only seconds to go, LeBron James does one of two things. He's either going to what? Take a off-balance three-point fadeaway shot. That's what he's going to do, right? Or he's going to do what? He's going to either drive the lane, and as soon as he feels contact, he's going to kick it out to somebody, or he's going to dump it off to somebody. That's what LeBron James is going to do. So when I told you guys about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's shot, and I told you guys about his patented move, and that he can do these things with consistency when it matters most in the clutch, it exposes LeBron James. Because if LeBron James' go-to move is him barreling into the lane, and his fans want to say, oh, well, you can't stop it. That's his move, driving down the lane. He's one of the greatest drivers of the basketball, which I still don't know what that means. Is a driver of the basketball? Like, what? So he's that great at driving the ball. They got to stop him. They got to stop him. Then how come LeBron James does not do that when it matters most in the clutch? You know why, guys, he doesn't do that? Because LeBron James does not want to be fouled late game scenarios. He does not want to go to the free throw line in late game scenarios. So your go-to move, your driving into the lane and using your physicality is negated more often than not in late game scenarios when it matters most. You can't do that. So, like I said, he reverts to the fall-away three-pointers, these one-legged fadeaway shots, when that's not his move. That's not his go-to move. He has not done that with consistency or worked on these things in practice with consistency so that he can do these things. LeBron James' footwork is sloppy at the end of these games. So he's stumbling and bumbling, he's turning over the ball, and he's taking awkward, off-balance shots. These are the facts, guys. Watch the video footage. It'll show you this. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was not doing that. He had a go-to move that he could do with memory, consistency, even when it mattered most. They could go to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Not only because of that, but also because he could hit free throws. Right? He was a very good free throw shooter for a big man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Probably better free throw shooter than LeBron James. LeBron James don't want to go to the free throw line in crunch time scenarios. And he's been exposed many, many times in his career. So when we say LeBron James is a consistent scorer, not a well-rounded scorer or a potent scorer, those are the facts, guys. He's been consistently able to shoot the basketball and put points up. But when you think about the overall offensive game of LeBron James, this highlights why he's only won one scoring title, guys. And that one scoring title he won, he did not even lead the league in total points. Kobe Bryant led the league in total points that season, guys. That LeBron James led the league in points. It was Kobe Bryant. And why is that? Because LeBron James played 75 games that season and won a scoring title. And Kobe Bryant played all 82 games that season and finished in second place behind LeBron James. So maybe if LeBron James played all 82 games, 7 more games, maybe LeBron James don't win the scoring title. And he has 0 scoring titles on his record. People don't know that kind of stuff, man. Every single one of Michael Jordan's scoring titles, guys, every single one of all 10 of them, he led the league in total points. And one of the years he led in total points was his rookie season. He did not win the scoring title. And I believe that year, Michael Jordan, rookie Michael Jordan, led the league in total points. He was 5th in shot attempts. So he wasn't like just chucking shots. A lot of LeBron James fans, they like to say that LeBron James doesn't shoot a lot. Right? He's a pass-first player, and he scores all these points without shooting. But we all know he takes 20 shots a game for his career. Once again, he's consistently chucking the ball up. LeBron James is a shot chucker who never gets called out for it. The only shot chucker that makes history who never gets called out. They'll call Michael Jordan a shot chucker. They won't call LeBron James that, though. LeBron James never averaged 30 while shooting 50% from the field. Michael Jordan did it several times. LeBron James never did that. So I can say LeBron James is a greater shot chucker than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan also did these things, took all these shots, they'll say, while playing elite level defense and being a leader and playing in a system. So it wasn't like Michael Jordan was just hogging the ball, dribbling, and shooting, making all decisions. He allowed Scottie Pippen to dribble the ball up. B.J. Armstrong, John Paxson, Tony Kukoc, Ron Harper. He allowed these guys to get touches. The Luke Longleys, the Bill Wenningtons, the Bill Cartwrights, right? The Horace Grants. He allowed these guys to get touches. He allowed everyone to be involved on offense. And they all fed off Michael Jordan. That's not LeBron James, guys. It ain't the same thing. So, we talk about the overall offensive game. And we talk about lack of overall offensive game. This goes to why LeBron James only has one scoring title, even though he's taken many, many shots. I believe for about 4 or 5 seasons in a row, guys, from about 2005 to like 2008 or 2010. And this man was number 2 in shot attempts every season in the NBA. Number 2 in shot attempts. But they try to make it seem as though LeBron James never finished in the top 5 or top 10 in shot attempts. LeBron James has finished in the top 5 many times, guys, in shot attempts. And I told you for about 4 or 5 years in a row, he was number 2 in the league in shot attempts. He didn't win any scoring titles during that time. No scoring titles. Why? Because other players were more potent offensively. The Tracy McGrady's had more well-rounded offensive games. Allen Iverson, more well-rounded games. And they were more relentless on the offensive end. Allen Iverson was relentless on the offensive end. Remember, he played in a team where he had no other scores for most of his career. He had to carry the load. Once again, Tracy McGrady, a more well-rounded scorer. He had a better overall arsenal, better jump shooter, better handling, better mid-range. To me, a better finisher. Tracy McGrady, better long-range shot. Just a deeper bag from Tracy McGrady. Could score in a million different ways from different spots of the court. But when we think about all time, once again, we do the all-time scores. LeBron James ain't up there with these guys. He's not up there with Elgin Baylor. He can't score like Elgin Baylor could. Elgin Baylor was a much more creative finisher at the rim than LeBron James. He played in an era, Elgin Baylor, with much greater defensive presence against legit big men, where guys can put 2 hands on you. And Elgin Baylor was an undersized small forward, 6'5", a greater rebounder than LeBron James. Once again, has a greater career high than LeBron James, averaged more points per game than LeBron James, in a much more tougher era than LeBron James plays in. Lollygagging around on defense, standing around, resting on defense for offense. That wasn't Elgin Baylor. So I'll put Elgin Baylor above LeBron James. Obviously, Will Chamberlain was a greater scorer, more potent scorer. than LeBron James. If Elgin Baylor played in the era with LeBron James, he would have multiple scoring titles. The only reason he doesn't have multiple scoring titles is because he played in Will Chamberlain's era. Going against guys like Jerry West, the Oscar Robertsons. So once again, give me Jerry West as an all-time great scorer over LeBron James. Obviously, Kobe Bryant's an all-time greater scorer than LeBron James. We all know Michael Jordan's a greater scorer than LeBron James. All of these guys have more well-rounded overall offensive games than LeBron James. They're better shooters than LeBron James. They have better handling ability than LeBron James. They played in tougher eras than LeBron James does. Hell, even Russell Westbrook, guys, has led the league in scoring more times than LeBron James in his same era. You heard me correct. Russell Westbrook has led the league in scoring more times than LeBron James in this weak era that they both play in. Russell Westbrook. Does he have a well-rounded overall offensive game? No. He can't even shoot Russell Westbrook, but he was able to lead the league in scoring more times than LeBron James. Kevin Durant's a greater scorer than LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard was a greater scorer than LeBron James. This is just this era. These guys have more well-rounded overall games. They have go-to moves. Steph Curry's a greater scorer than LeBron James. Just this era. Hell, even his teammate Dwayne Wade led the league in scoring. Dwayne Wade at his peak, he had a better overall offensive game than LeBron James. He had more moves. These guys had more moves, more things that they could do, more areas of the court they could be effective. LeBron James needs to be under the rim, essentially, in the paint area to be effective. Or he's standing outside chucking up these threes that no one's playing defense against. Not impressed. LeBron James ain't top 10 scoring, guys. He might not even be top 20. Scoring the ball, offensively. He ain't got the game of a lot of these guys. I mean, think about just this era. Is he a greater scorer than Donovan Mitchell is? Is he? Is he more well-rounded than him? These are some of the things we're talking about. Is he a greater scorer than Luka Doncic? Is he a greater scorer than Kyrie Irving? This is just this era. Not mentioning all the other great scorers. He can't score like Larry Bird. He can't, guys. The total points are irrelevant. Because once again, LeBron James has been allowed to shoot 20 times a game for all of these years, but only has one scoring talent to show that exposes him. Is he a greater scorer than George the Iceman Gervin? George Iceman Gervin. Is he a greater scorer than George Gervin? No. Is he a greater scorer than Dr. J? No. To me, Dr. J was a greater finisher at the rim than LeBron James, and he was better in the mid-range than LeBron James. Did LeBron James shoot the three better than Dr. J? Okay. There was no three ball when they played like that. The ABA introduced it, right? The ABA three-point line. These guys were using the three-point line. It was new. And then when he came into the NBA, it was new for these guys. They weren't chucking up threes. That was not part of the game. He's not a greater scorer than a lot of these guys, man. He's just not. Those are the facts. Like I said, I'm just naming guys. LeBron James is a consistent scorer. He's not potent or a well-rounded scorer. Right? He don't got a move off of a move. He don't got the footwork to do these things. Look at LeBron James in a triple threat position. Michael Jordan could score literally with 0 dribbles, with 1 dribble. This is what separates Michael Jordan from a Kobe Bryant, some of these other guys. Kobe Bryant's an all-time great scorer, and he had great moves. Michael Jordan's more precise. Michael Jordan was a surgeon out there. 1 dribble, boom. Kobe Bryant was over-dribbled sometimes. Sometimes. LeBron James is always dribbling. LeBron James cannot do anything out of a triple threat position. He needs a screen set. He can't jab step guys and go by them with the quickness like that. He can't do it. He can't beat guys off the dribble with a dribble move. He doesn't have a dribble move. What do you see LeBron James do when he goes to do a dribble move? He takes about 10 steps back. He goes back, and dribbles. Backwards dribbling between the legs. He backs all the way up. to give himself room to do a stupid corny crossover. And it's between the legs. He ain't got no fluidity to his game. He don't got no handle like that. He's not like that on the offensive end like these guys. Those are the facts, man. He don't have the overall offensive game. He just doesn't, guys. You guys know the deal, man. LeBron James has been consistently scoring the basketball. He's been allowed to consistently take shots. But in the go-to, LeBron James, he acts different. All game long, LeBron James will barrel into guys. All game long. He'll use that shoulder. He'll use that off arm to push guys. All game long. The last couple minutes of the game comes, all of a sudden, LeBron James is passing the ball to George Hill at the end of the game. He's kicking out to Kyle Korver. He's passing to this guy. He's forcing the pass to that guy, turning the ball over. Or what? He's taking these bad off-balance three-point shots, these fadeaway threes, these one-legged Dirk Nowitzki shots that he don't do, that he ain't got in his bag. He does this at the end of games. This, once again, LeBron James exposing himself, not having a go-to move, not developing an overall game, guys. This is why LeBron James, he's been playing for 21 seasons, but doesn't have as many 40 or 50-point games as James Harden. Think about that, guys. Because LeBron James is not a potent offensive scorer. One scoring title, guys, and he didn't even lead the league in points that season. 21 years, 20 shots a game, one scoring title. But they say he's a great scorer of all time because he has 40,000 points. But they never want to talk about his turnovers. See, the same thing they do for the points, they don't want to do for the turnovers. Oh, LeBron, you got 40,000 points. So if LeBron James is a great scorer because he has 40,000 points, that's their notion, then LeBron James is obviously the worst passer in NBA's history, the worst ball handler in NBA's history. He has the most turnovers in NBA's history. Right? They don't want to say that, though. They'll just say, yo, it's a longevity thing, man. LeBron James has been playing forever. Exactly. The same thing about those points. It's a longevity thing. He's been playing forever, and he's been able to dominate the basketball more so than any other player in NBA's history. The LA system. He's been allowed to do this. Not sacrifice at all. Never sacrificed. Other great players sacrificed. Will Chamberlain sacrificed. Michael Jordan sacrificed. Bill Russell sacrificed. Larry Bird. You think Larry Bird could have tried to average 35 points a game if he wanted to? He sacrificed. These guys played overall games. They get their teammates involved. They allowed themselves to play in systems, to be coachable. Karl Malone. These guys could have scored more points. What are we talking about here? You think Michael Jordan couldn't have refused to play in a triangle system? Could have refused Phil Jackson and went out there and just tried to score 40 points every single night? Once again, Michael Jordan sacrificed numbers to win. LeBron James sacrificed winning for numbers. And that's where he gets exposed, guys. And those are the facts. That's the reality. Remember, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored all those points, or most of those points, because he developed an overall game, a go-to move that he mastered, that he could go to in the clutch, that he went to in the clutch. That's not LeBron James. He scored most of his points on layups under the paint, driving and attacking the rim. He can't do that in the clutch. So this way he gets exposed. He won't keep that same energy, so to speak, when it's crunch time. He won't go to the rim, and he's afraid to get fouled. He don't want to go to the free throw line. What great scorer is afraid to go to the free throw line? That's LeBron James, y'all. Especially for a perimeter player. You're afraid to go to the free throw line? Could you imagine Michael Jordan being afraid to go to the free throw line or changing up his game in the last couple of minutes because he didn't want to get fouled or he didn't want to miss a shot? Michael Jordan was fearless out there. Fearless. He did not care. It's a huge difference between LeBron James. LeBron James is scared of the moments. He gets nervous. Right? He don't want no blame, no responsibility, no accountability. So he puts on his teammates. He makes someone else take the shot. Someone else is a scapegoat. Somebody else plays defense. Somebody else grabs the rebound. This way gets exposed, guys. It's not being a potent scorer like that. Or a well-rounded scorer. He's been a consistent scorer. He's been allowed to consistently take shots. Good for LeBron James. Not impressed. And his fans are delusional if they think he's anywhere near a top scorer in NBA's history. He's not top 5. He's not top 10. And I read off several guys' names. Off the top of my head, I just named. From the current era, from the past era. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.